Welcome to this short video. Today you find me at the corner of Lark Street and Urquhart Street in Dundee, and directly behind me was where the famous Robertson's land existed. This was a unique tenement block in Dundee because it soared up to 9 floors, making it the tallest tenement in Dundee. Built in 1870 by a man called Alexander Robertson, and it had, quite unusually for the time, cold running water on each of the levels, each of the floors, as well as basic toilet facilities on each of the levels as well. There was 500 people housed in Robinson's land, many of them mill workers, also factory workers in the adjacent Blackness foundry. And despite the provision of cold running water and toilets in each floor, disease was still a major problem in the tenements. To help combat the spread of disease, the local authority at the time employed housing inspectors who would come in to people's houses and check the number of residents that were living there and the facilities that were the people were living in, the conditions that they were living in. We knew of several residents who were fined as a result of housing inspections. One person was Jane Robinson. She was a widow, she was a mill worker. She couldn't afford to pay her rent without having lodgers in her house. But the housing inspector felt there was too many lodgers for the accommodation because of the spread of disease. And she was taken to court. She put her case to the Bailey, and surprisingly, the Bailey took pity on her and fined 1 shilling or 8 hours in jail. So behind me is the Meadow Mill. This is one of Dundee's tallest mill buildings. Fighting fires in tall buildings is always a difficulty, even in modern days. If you take yourself back to the Victorian era, you can imagine what a 9-storey tenement would have been like to fight fires in. It would have been near impossible. So in the late 19th century, the top 3 floors of Robinson's land were effectively condemned. It wasn't officially condemned until the 1940s, and the whole tenement was knocked down by the 1960s. You now find me at the top of West Henderson's line and looking towards the Verdant Works Duke Museum. We're literally 2 minutes from Robinson's land. Many of the people who lived in Robinson's land, and indeed the other tenements around the Scurinburn district of Dundee, may have worked in the Verdant Works and the many other mills and factories which were crammed into this district of Dundee. There was an ever-present danger of disease, and diseases like typhus, TB, tuberculosis were rife within the Dundee community in the 19th and indeed into the early 20th century. Here at the Verdant Works, currently got a new exhibition tackling TB. Exhibition looks at the past, the present and the future in terms of tackling tuberculosis or TB. And a number of our volunteers were involved in the research and preparation for the new exhibition, discovering facts, figures about Robinson's land, as well as things like the screening programme, which was introduced in the 20th century to combat tuberculosis. And our new exhibition runs until the 1st of April 2024, so if you are in Dundee, please come to the Verdant Works and see our new exhibition tackling TB, as well as all the other wonderful exhibitions that we have